Hola, bonjour, and hello. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Tiki Talka. You know me, you know him. Why don't we just get right into it? All right, here's a little bit what we're going to be talking about today. For the fans that don't know about Millwall, buckle up, guys. Buckle up.
Are you slot in now? Is he convinced you?
Take it easy, all right? Take it easy.
Cole Palmer is missing Jackson.
Nicholas Jackson. Oh my gosh, they hated him. I think Palmer is very good. He's very much overrated, though.
Do you think Mo in his form right now is better than one of them out of position? Like last year was hot.
No, last year was a world-beaten season. That's a Ballon d'Or season. That's not being hot.
Well, not to the voters of Ballon d'Or.
Saka is not the second coming of Jesus Christ. He's not. He's not that good.
Miles Lewis Skelly.
I knew you were going to say it. I knew you were going to say that.
What does this say about Italian football right now?
You've already paid the rest before, guys. You can't keep doing this.
Is League On overtaking Serie A as one of the top 5 leagues? Would you rather take Trent back or Trent go to United? All right, guys, so as you can see, we're going to be just doing a recap of match week 27. So let's just start with the Prem, and then we'll move our way to the Champions Leagues. Out of the weekend's fixtures, where do you want to start, Joe?
Well, why don't we start with the record-breaking game? Shouts out Millie. James Milner breaking Gareth Barry's record of most Premier League appearances. I love Milner. Is not really what you could call significant appearances. He's not really getting a whole lot of minutes, but just goes to show that he is probably the ultimate professional, man. I mean, he's played for Leeds, he's played for Villa, he's gone to City, played for Liverpool. Now he's over here hanging out at Brighton. Guy's old, but he's still playing, man. He's good on him. Really proud of Millie, and I don't know who else would have ever caught in this record, man. I'm over 654 appearances. That's pretty wild. Really cool. Good stuff for him.
You would have thought that record would have gone to somebody that was a bigger star. I think Gerrard, I know he went to Galaxy towards the end of his career, but that's another one that's just been there forever. Gary Neville was at United forever.
Yeah.
You would have thought that these people would have passed him in
Even
the
Giggs.
appearances. Giggs too.
Yeah.
I played for over 20 years, same team. So yeah, I thought I saw that and I was like, wow, unnoticed, but good for him, man. He's a good squad player. I wouldn't say he's kind of outstanding, the superstar, but he's always Mr. Consistent, reliable. He'll put in a shift.
You want him in the locker room.
Yeah, he's rarely injured. So, I mean, doing it at that age was great. The only thing bad that I saw online, you already touched on it, was that, yes, he has the appearance record, but not the minutes, to back that up.
Anywhere close to that.
Yeah, I think that's more of just nitpicking at that point.
Yeah, you just want to discredit somebody for their achievement. Like, okay, yeah, sure, Gareth Barry played more minutes. Gareth Barry's just never James Milner. I don't think he's half as good as James Milner. Gareth Barry's a good player, don't get me wrong. You have to be good to keep playing that many times into an old age, but it's like picking and choosing. Like, you want to get after Millie because he played for City or he played for Liverpool. It's like, all right, come on, just respect.
Yeah, I mean, he was on some superstar teams, right? So the fact that he's on Liverpool, he's not going to start. He was there for a long time, so he wasn't starting, just coming off the bench. So obviously his minutes are going to be cut there. Regardless, good servant and good result for them. How are you feeling? Are you feeling like a little turnaround for Liverpool here? 1-0 against Forest. Are you slot in now? Is he convinced you?
Take it easy. Take it easy. All right. Take it easy. All right. We did not deserve 3 points. Not even a little bit. We scammed Forest, which thank you. Thank you so much for us. It could not have happened to a better group of people. Actually, I'm taking it back. It could not have happened to a worse group of people than Nottingham Forest fans. So we played terribly for about 85 minutes. And as soon as we subbed on Rio and Ngamoa, wow. I didn't know wingers can take their man on. Did you know that a wide player can actually take their man on and try to dribble past them to create a scoring opportunity? Did you know that's something that they can do? Granted,
I didn't know that Rio was still on your team. I'm just kidding.
Slot, I don't know what Slot's on. He only wants to give him 2 minutes every game. Salah, I'm not going to throw a bad word at Salah. He's gone up there. He's done everything. Gakpo is just, I'm running out of I love Gakpo. I really wanted Gakpo back. And when we saw him in the World Cup, I said, we need to get this guy in to play on the left, to replace Lucho or give Lucho some rest. We got him, and he was pretty solid. He's been pretty good. This season, I just don't understand why Slot keeps playing him week in, week out, when all he does is cut it inside. Not as good as Robin, and does nothing with the ball. Kyrgios has to be living in some kind of hell, making all these amazing overlapping runs, begging to get the ball so he can whip in across. And Gakpo says, watch me cut inside real quick, dude. And just turn around and kick it back to the center half or just get rid of it. It's bad, dude. As Salah laughed when he got subbed off, which I don't think he was laughing at Slot's decision-making. I think he's laughing at his own very poor performance, which, yeah, that's probably one of the worst games I've seen Salah ever play in a Liverpool shirt. It sucks, man. He's getting up to the age where you have to make the tough decision if it's worth keeping him in the side or you just got to sell him. I think personally we're going to keep him. I've always said that we have to keep him. He's earned the right to retire Liverpool. He gets to make the decision. He doesn't, the club doesn't get to decide. He has to go somewhere else. Mo and Van Dijk get to decide when they're done. And yeah, man, I mean, didn't undeserved 3 points, but I will take the 3 points. Waiting for Chelsea to mess up. It's going to happen. European football is there. We just got to go and take it. Speaking of Chelsea, 1-1 to Burnley.
With the red.
Hold on. I thought Cole Palmer was the best player in the world. He's the best English player on the planet, right?
When he first went to Chelsea, he was hot. Iron hot, man. That guy was showing flashes every game. I think he, hands down, the best player that season. And ever since he's come back from injury, he's just not been the same. And that happens to a lot of players. I think right now he's just low on confidence, but he's really young. In time, he'll bounce back.
Yeah, he's really young, but I'm going to say, I don't think him being injured is the problem, because before he had this injury, which Chelsea fans saying, well, he's been hurt forever. He hadn't scored in almost a year. He hadn't. And since the season started, he started scoring again for the first time in 4 months. He's playing the 10 role where he's supposed to be scoring and assisting consistently, and he just doesn't. He's not better than Foden. I see why City shopped him off, because he's not better than him. I think Palmer is very good. Don't get me wrong. I think he's very much overrated, though. A lot like Saka. Saka's good. Saka's very good. Saka is not the second coming of Jesus Christ. He's not. He's not that good. It's just insane. And I love João Pedro. That's who you need to build your team around. In my humble opinion, that guy he wants to score. He's going to put himself in great positions all the time. That's what you want in a 9, right? Good thing to spend $50 million on D-Lap, who just never plays anymore.
Do you see João Pedro as the 9? Or it's so weird. They have so many different players that they're chopping and changing in there. I've seen arguments that Cole Palmer is missing Nico Jackson.
Nicholas Jackson. Oh my gosh, they hated him.
They did. But there's a section of Chelsea fans that are saying, we miss him, bring him back. Cole Palmer has deteriorated since Jackson's departure. So there's an argument to be made. He's physically bigger than João Pedro and Delapa. He's there making runs, and he was doing all right towards the end. I don't think he was going to be their Drogba or anything. I still don't think they have that. But I feel like Chelsea have a lot of wingers and they have a lot of 10s. I mean, João Pedro technically was playing up into 2 and Brighton's playing off the holding 9. He's really good. I agree with you on that. But is he the one that's going to get the best out of Palmer? No, I think Palmer's ceiling is higher than João Pedro's. I think it's higher than Saka's as well. You're comparing the two. Foden, I think it's close, but I do think Foden's a talent.
Foden's had a shocker of a season too.
Yeah, and the last 2 seasons has been a little dip for him, but him at his highest peak, good luck stopping him. He's phenomenal.
He's very good. He's a very good footballer.
But yeah, Chelsea overall, they're having a little stumbly. They hit the first 5 games in a row with Rossinier. Solid. Now they're hitting that little patch. You could say, is the honeymoon period over? Remains to be seen, but it's Burnley. Yeah, that's a tough blow, man.
You can't drop points to Burnley.
It's a tough blow.
You can't do that. Especially
United title.
Liverpool's on the hunt. They're on the hunt for Champions League football, and it's not like you have a 6-point, 7-point gap where you can afford to drop points here. No, it's getting a lot tighter. You can't afford to just be throwing games away anymore.
I think you guys will sneak in. You're going to bet out Chelsea. You guys have the experience. Chelsea's just so young, and they don't have that. Yes, they won the Club World Cup, but they don't have that persistency experience of finishing that high in the 38-game season. But I wanted to ask you something again before we move on from Liverpool's. You're talking about Gakpo, and you don't know why Slaky's playing him on the left. I know you mentioned before you would put Wirtz out there, right? Is that still your thinking, or would you still play a 4-2-3-1, have Wirtz there as a 10, and play somebody else on the left?
My ideal lineup right now is going to be Ali when he's healthy, Bradley, Ibu, Van Dijk, Kirkes. Then you have Maka, Graves, Szoboszlai playing that 10 spot. On the right, you're still going to have Mo Salah because it's Mo Salah. You have Wirtz on the left, and then you have Ekitike. That's probably going to change once Isak comes back the next month or so.
Is it already that quick?
Yeah, he's supposed to be back by the end of March. All we have to do is beat. Please don't give us Atletico Madrid. Please don't give us Atletico Madrid. Please.
So
Please don't give us Atletico
there's an
Madrid.
argument out there that Isak can actually play off the left. Ekatike can as well, and I think when the two of them were there, that's kind of how it went. Ekatike is the one, for some reason, that keeps getting moved, even though he's the one that's performed better.
I think he has the better technical ability. I mean, TK can just dribble around anybody. So you give him more of that space, I think that
But it
makes
seems like
sense.
he likes the 9, dude. So what about having Ekatike in the 9 and Isak off the left? The
Maybe.
problem is what do you do with Verts?
Yeah, and you can't drop Verts, and the only person who's droppable in that team in that predicted lineup, the only two people who are droppable are McAllister, just based on pure form, and Salah. You can't drop Wirtz. Like, you really can't. That he's too good. He's a game changer. He, hurt himself prior to the game. I'm not sure exactly what happened. He said that he hurt his back, but Slot says he's going to be back in time. It's not a serious injury. And again, you saw how much we needed Wirtz. It hurt not having Flo. Flo's a 10. Uh, he's the glue. He really is that entire glue in that, if you can call it a system.
Yeah, but if you play him off to the left, I mean, there goes his ability as a 10, right? You're looking more like a winger going one-on-ones, which I don't know if that's quite his thing. What if you put Isak and Verts out on the right and left wing? Drop Salah. I know one of them's going to be on the weaker foot, but
No, that's playing FIFA, dude. That's not a real team.
do you think Mo in his form right now is better than one of them out of position?
I wouldn't say he's better, but Salah came back hot from AFCON. This was like a real stinker of his this past weekend.
Hot from AFCON?
He was scoring and assisting. What are you talking about?
Debating about.
He was scoring and assisting when he came back, dude. I mean, hot is a relative term. However, you describe hot like bagging every single game 2 or 3 goals. He's
yes,
not,
like last year was hot.
No, last year was a world-beating season. That's a Ballon d'Or season. That's not being hot.
Well, not to the voters of Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, well, wow, really? The French didn't like someone from North Africa? Color me shocked. Color me shocked there, man. No way. Wow. You can't drop Mo. I mean,
all right.
I think he's not been the best. He's really not been amazing, but you can't drop Mo because at any given moment he can totally unlock a game. He was still trying to play great passes. He doesn't have that pace anymore. And I think he can give you 60, 65. Then you need to bring on Federico or you need to bring on Rio. You have to bring on another winger that will take on their man against tired legs. That's just smart management. That's smart football. And I don't think Slot knows how to do smart football anymore. I'm just totally shocked by a lot of his decisions this past season. Am I Slot out? Well, if we don't get Champions League football, even if we get Champions League football, the board's already going to be discussing his future. I don't care that he won us the league. Great. Thank you, Arne. Awesome. This is bad. This is really bad. And then to, one, bring up the fact that we had to play Europa League football to then try to slam Jurgen Klopp to put yourself up. No, you don't do that. And then to talk down on the fan base like we have unreal expectations from this club. No, you don't do that. It sucks that it's played out this way. I think he is a good guy. And if circumstances were different, it would still really like him at the club, but it's almost gone toxic. It's not as toxic as it was a few weeks ago, but I still want Xabi. I think Xabi is still very high on that manager shortlist, and Arne's job is not as secure as he thinks it is, as a lot of the media thinks it is. If we don't get Champions League, he's gone. He's gone so fast. You don't have Florian Wirtz. You don't have Hugo Ekitike. You don't have Alexander Isak. You don't have Dominic Soboslai and play Europa League. You don't do that again. That's well beyond their level. And if we do get Europa League, who's going to compete? Tell me who's going to seriously compete against us, because we're dominating in the Champions League. We look great in the Champions League. So we go down a step in European football. Come on. Forget about it. Forget about it.
Dude, if that happens, you guys don't win, clip this moment.
Yeah. No, yeah. Clip it.
Yeah.
And then I'll be so upset. So mad.
All right. So let's move on to the next one. Newcastle City. I think this is a statement win. This is City continuously putting pressure on Arsenal to keep performing. Close game, 2-1. And Newcastle is dropping a lot of points this year. Yes, it's City, so I don't think anybody can talk smack about them losing to City. But regardless, continuously putting the pressure. What are your thoughts on that?
It's great that they keep playing their Isak replacement in the midfield behind their striker. That's just, wow, Eddie Howe. You must be a super genius there, bud, because when he was playing in the 9, he was scoring like crazy. So obviously you play him deeper in a creative role, which he's not known for. Wow, obviously, Eddie. Wow. And I liked Eddie Howe, but the way he's just reacted this entire season, his tactics, his like squad choices is just all right, man. You're not the manager that we all thought you potentially were. Now you said it was a close game. I watched this game, dude. This game was not close.
Close in score line.
Newcastle did not have a chance in this game. By the way, Nico O'Reilly, wow, he's gonna be playing in the World Cup, man. He's good. He's very good for his age.
Oh, he's definitely going.
And I mean, bagging twice, the only 2 goals for City, they're good goals, man. Like I said, Newcastle didn't even have a chance in this game. Yeah, they got a goal from Hull, but O'Reilly scored almost instantly to take the lead back, and that was it. You could see that the soul was taken out of Newcastle. They were waiting for 90 minutes to end. They didn't want it anymore.
Do you think Eddie Howe's just over it and just experimenting at this point? He knows he's not going to qualify for Champions League. So maybe let's try different formations. Let's see if we can get a tune out. Maybe I can show some different skill sets so I can get a different job.
I don't think a different job is going to be coming for him, unfortunately, dude. I think he needs to do something with Newcastle for sure. Yeah, they won Carabao last season, which cool. Got a trophy, but his squad choices, the players that he's chosen to bring into his club, and then they want to blame PSR for all the ills in the world, like they didn't spend, millions and millions of dollars on Joe Linton and Bruno Guillermis. Like they're going to be revolutionary guys. Like, okay, you guys are bad at signing players. That's why you didn't get Iketika, and that's why Isak wanted out so bad. And you're just not, they're not a serious club. And I think Howe is experimenting to maybe figure out what's going to happen next season. But who's seriously interested in going to that Newcastle project?
They have the richest owners in the world. But
City?
No, Newcastle. Yeah, Newcastles are even richer than cities, but they can't use it. Their hands are tied. So that's a hard pill for a lot of top players to swallow because at the end of the day, they need to balance their books. And if I can get the same or better wages at a City, a Liverpool, a United, why would I go to? It doesn't make sense. I would pick those other clubs. It is harder for them to sign players. So I can't knock them for that because I would like to see somebody break the mold and break through, kind of like Villa, but even more so because nobody's really giving Villa a chance at the title. But it's always still the same.
Well, I mean, speaking on Villa, Morgan
six.
Rogers wants out. So this Villa side is going to be totally different next season. They're going to lose players.
Who knows what's going to happen with these teams that are kind of on the brink of pushing the barrier, but every year they're stuck selling like their best players. That's ringing true for Newcastle, Villa, Bournemouth. A lot of the times you're just climbing up the ladder and you're right there and you can't go through. You can't break the ceiling. Somebody even said on a podcast that it's not a glass ceiling anymore. It's a cement ceiling. They're not going to let you in. You're stuck.
It's very hard now. And if you're a small club, you have to recruit smartly. That's just what you have to do. You can't just throw money at the problem anymore. Feel however you want to feel about it. I think that's fair. It makes it hard for other teams, little small guys. Like let's take a Leeds, for example. They don't have billions of dollars just to throw at their issue, but they've recruited smartly. Look at Brentford. Not even Brentford. Let me take that back. Look at Sunderland. They don't have a bunch of money. They're seriously competing for European football right now because they've recruited smartly. There's ways to break through that cement ceiling, and just to say, well, PSR is why I can't do the big 6 cartel is preventing us. No, you just are buying shit players and spending a lot of money on them.
There's some truth to that though, man. You know it's going to be a lot harder for them to retain those players. Right? You look, I mean, even for other top clubs in other countries, look at Milan, perfect example. What happened to Tonali? What happened to Donnarumma? What happened to Reinders? If you see potential elsewhere and they're going to pay more, you're going.
Well, Serie A is just in the mud. That's a whole different discussion, dude. The Italian league right now is just god awful, and they can't make any money.
That's a whole episode in itself.
That's a whole, yeah. Oh my gosh, Serie A. Oh my God. I'm not even looking forward to talking about Champions League, dude.
You were talking about O'Reilly earlier, and there's a player that popped in my head because last year this was the Prem's O'Reilly, so to speak, and everybody was saying this guy's a shoo-in to go to the World Cup. He's gonna make the England squad. Miles Lewis Skelly.
I knew you were going to say it.
Everybody was saying how he's versatile. He could play, midfielder. He's playing left
who's
back.
Everybody saying this? Arsenal fans? Oh, okay.
To be fair, he did really well last year for a youngster to play two different positions, and that's kind of like O'Reilly. O'Reilly's really a midfielder, but he's filling in for left back, and he's able to do it this year. I don't want to get sucked into the recency bias, but I'm curious. They can't both make the World Cup. It's got to be one or the other. So which one do you think's going?
It's O'Reilly. I mean, Lewis Skelly can't get a sniff in this Arsenal team. And they play 4 center backs.
Well, Calafiori is both left and and a center back. But Calafiore is on another level, bro.
He's Italian, dude. Just yeah, it's easy. It's easy. It's just because he's Italian. That's why you're
Hell
saying
yeah.
that, bro.
No, he's pretty good.
No, he's pretty good.
very
I like
good.
California. I think he's good. I love that he gave up that own goal. I thought that was so perfect. Yummy, yummy, yummy. But Lewis Skelly, he's a hard worker. But Lewis Skelly, to me, he's not a modern fullback. You know what I mean? He's a hard man. He's the guy. He's a psycho that plays on the wing and just wants to get stuck in. He's not particularly good at whipping the ball in. He's not very good at shooting. And he can't really string some passes together. He can't play in the triangle, really. He just gets the balls and booms it out. He's good. But if I'm Tuchel and you're presenting me O'Reilly or Lewis Skelly, I'm taking O'Reilly. And maybe that is recency bias, but I want someone who's played football this season. And I don't want someone that got told be humble from Holland and then refused to be humble and then fumbled the league. I think my problem is if I'm an England manager, it's hard for me to take an English Arsenal player just based on pure arrogance. I think any international manager has to have that in the back of their head, that you see these guys in this team and they're so arrogant, man. It's crazy.
You're not going to take Rice?
Yeah, you got to take Declan Rice, the guy who's better than Frank Lampard, the guy who's better than Paul Scholes. He's the best offensive number 6 on the planet, and he's the best defensive 8 ever. So he's not good at either role. He does some parts of each role really, really well, but he's not really anything. He's a great midfield player, great defensive midfield player. Is he a world beater? Seriously, do you think he's as good as Paul Scholes?
Absolutely not.
Is he better than Gerrard?
No, he's not better than Gerrard. Not even close. Maybe he's more of like an old school when they used to play 4-4-2 and only the 2 in the midfield, right? Like in the 2 center mids. He'd be a good 8 or good box to box. Like does a little bit of everything. You need a jack of all trades. Now people are so stuck in I'm a defensive and I'm a 10 and I'm an 8. You had to be everything back then. So I think his particular skill set would have applied better then. But still a great player.
Well, thankfully he has to play with 2 other defensive midfield players, dude. So it's just, well, man, I love Haram ball. I love it.
So let's talk about Arsenal's result. Dude, we were talking about this before, and I was like, oh, great. When I saw Arsenal score, I was like, here we go. Open the floodgates, and then Spurs respond right away. I was like, ooh, finally, a North London derby. And
then they beat the brakes off of Spurs.
What happened?
It's Spurs, dude. I know. I was thinking Spurs might real life get relegated this season. I looked at the points gap. I just don't see them throwing away this little space they have. Burnley is just not that good. Wolves is
terrible.
Wolves. That's what you get for dumping your most loyal servant in Raul Jimenez for no reason. It's what you get, man. They're just having fun, dude. Good for them. They have a lot of players who are competing to stay in the Premier League, which, I think they're well aware of that. They sold Strand Larson.
They need to recoup as much money. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, they're going down big time. I mean, but yeah, just getting spanked. Eze, this is the only team he seems to like to play against, I guess. Gyökeres, like, wow. Arsenal fans are back on saying Gyökeres is one of the best 9s in the world.
No, definitely not. But he had a solid game, and I was happy for him. Like, finally, you get all this shit from people on social media all the time. So you know what? Good. Go grab a brace against your biggest rivals. Good for you. But yeah, I was sad. I don't know if sad's the right word. I was just like, come on. Like, when is the North London derby going to be what it once was?
When is it going to be competitive, dude?
Well, remember, this was Tudor's first game. So I was like, manager bounce, something?
No. Well, I saw a clip of him screaming at the back line, particularly Van de Ven, saying, go up, press, play a high line. And the players are just like, no, I'm not going to do that. I think Spurs players, they don't even want to be in Tottenham anymore, man. They're all done there. Their club captain, who just signed a contract, was given captaincy, said, okay, sell me. I'm out. Van de Ven wants out. So bad. So bad. The only person who probably stays for Carlson, because who's going to take Carlson? Exactly. No one. No one. And that's not me being biased because he is a toffee.
He's at the right club.
I don't hope they go down, but they're not a big 6 club anymore. They can't be considered part of the big 6.
Were they ever? I know back a lot in the 80s, yes, they were doing pretty well. And for a short stint when Pochettino was in charge, sure. But
they
almost more than that, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. All right, well, let's talk about the final game we're going to wrap up with the Prem, and then we'll move to the Champions League. My boys, United, pulled out another victory. Last minute, let's go.
Oh, my God. I've never wanted 2 teams to walk away with 0 points more.
Yeah.
But I think, I can't even say the lesser of 2 evils won.
It keeps the race for the top 4 exciting.
It totally keeps the race for the top 4 exciting. Thank you for keeping it positive for me.
There you go. Political answer for you.
Good for Carrick. I will say this. Michael Carrick is not getting the respect that I think he does deserve to get now. because
He's undefeated.
this is not new manager bounce anymore. This is him being a good manager right now. And if he's not being considered for the United job, bravo, Ineos, you guys don't care about football. Thank you.
Dude, honestly, we'll have an episode on this in the future, but I'm curious now that Tuchel signed a new contract tied down till 2028, and that was the front runner supposedly. No word, no rumors even of talking to Enrique or wanting him at all. I don't see who else is really out there. Ancelotti's tied down too.
Ole's at the wheel. Ole's at the wheel. Bring back Ole.
Well, no, not yet. Not yet. I think Carrick should be considered, especially if he keeps his form going. But it's still a little early
even
for
if
me.
they have a dip in form, dude, you have to give Carrick this job, I think.
I wouldn't say have to. You don't want to make any rash decisions. Let's see how he plays out the rest of the season, and then we'll see who's out there. But the more that time that goes on, it's looking that way. I'm leaning more each week, more and more towards Carrick. I'm all for giving people chances, and it seems like he's bringing some stability and passion. The players want to play for the badge, and not the paycheck. Something we've been missing for a while. All right, so let's move to the Champions League fixtures. Let's talk about today's games. Dude, this was wild.
Thank you, Bodo Glint. Thank you, Bodo Glint.
We'll start there. Bodo Glint. They are whooping a lot of the big teams' asses, man.
I don't want to say they're legit. I think it might be too early to say they're legit, but they're a lot better than teams are really giving them the respect for. They've beaten 3 European superpowers back to back to back and just knocked Inter out. They scored 5 goals against Inter.
Inter's traditionally defensively solid. Yes, under Kivu, it's a little bit different. They're a little bit more open, a little bit more offensive than they were under Inzaghi, but still pretty solid. I mean, they got Cherby back there. They got Bastoni.
Kanji, bro. Don't forget about Akanji.
Yeah, and Akanji. If you would have told me they would have put 5 past Inter in 2 legs, I would have been like, no way.
You're high, dude. You're smoking crack.
I'll take that bet any day.
Yeah.
So I am surprised. I did think this would have been the end of the road for Bodo Glimt, but bravo.
Thank you.
Good to them. You know what? Screw Inter. But
come on now. I wanted this. We wanted this, dude.
We did. There is one exception. And again, we'll get to this in a different podcast. But what does this say about Italian football?
It's
right
so
now?
bad.
Because Inter, as it stands, is running away with it. I feel like 7 points, maybe 10 clear of Milan, who's the second.
Yeah, I think they're 10 points.
10 points clear. And they got knocked out already in the Champions League. They best
team
in Italy.
Knocked out. They got smacked out of the league, dude.
So what does that say about the state of Italian football? Just in a few short words.
Not part of the top 5. It's not. It's on the same level as German football, and that's a 1-team league. And I think German football is more competitive. And I think if you put a Borussia Mönchengladbach in Serie A, they'd smoke some teams. You put a Frankfurt in there, they smoke some teams. It's bad, man. It's so poor. I read that I don't think an Italian team has won since 2009, 2010.
That's when Inter won, 2010. Dude, they won the treble that year.
What do you mean it's been that long? What do you mean? Juve's been amazing. Juve had all these super teams, right?
Not in Europe. But dare I say, is Ligue 1 overtaking Serie A as one of the top 5 leagues?
Yeah, Ligue 1 is more competitive, dude, and that's crazy to say.
A couple of years ago, everybody was saying how Ligue 1 was a farmers' league. And within a couple of years, they have surpassed both, the Bundesliga and
Serie A? I mean, Monaco's not really a joke in Europe. What was it? Lille won the French league a few years ago, and PSG just won the Champions League. Rennes can beat any team in, France at any given day. I mean, Lens competing. Lens is real life competing for Ligue 1. It's getting competitive. These teams are getting serious now in France. And you look over in Italy, you have Inter, you have Napoli, Juve, and Milan, and they compete against each other. Those are dogfights. But when you look throughout the rest of the league, Udinese,
Como. I would make an exception for Como.
Como's coming up. I'm not a big fan of how Cess is being a man-child on the sideline. But again, we can do that for another pod. We'll talk about Serie A another day. But Tina, I don't think people have talked about this enough. Tina is not some kind of bum team. They're not a joke club. They're going to get relegated, man. They're very, very bad, man. And that's supposed to be considered an Italian Big Six. That's what I consider Fiorentina. They're up there. They're supposed to be one of the better clubs in Italy with Roma. Roma's not very good either. What has happened? Gigi Buffon said it best. We're not playing Italian football. We want to be attacking high press football. That's not It's not what Italians do. That's not what Italy's ever been known for. It's just been known for being ironclad defensively, and you have 2 or 3 just absolute magicians up top that are gonna win the game for you. That's Italian football. That's what people wanna see, and I'm at a loss for words, really. I don't know what to say for Serie A.
You're talking about the French league there and talking about how competitive it is. Monaco made PSG sweat. Now,
Sweat
PSG
bad, man.
went through on aggregate because they did tie today, 2-2. Monaco did have a red as well. Aggregate 5-4, PSG go through. PSG just not looking like themselves again.
Barcola's been hurt. Dembele's been hurt. I still can't wrap my head around getting rid of Donnarumma this past summer. I still just don't understand what the point of that is. And that's not why they've been so poor. But yeah, dude, I don't know. Maybe it's just a hangover still of winning the Champions League and finally getting over that hump that Cavani and Zlatan could never do.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it was a great matchup, man.
Yeah. We'll just quickly go over the scoreline of this next one. But Newcastle aggregate 9-3 against Karabakh. Great for them. Good for them. Not really competition.
You should
We'll
have
see
been
what
doing
happens
that.
in the next round.
Yeah.
But the first of the spicy games, we'll call them, is Dortmund versus Atalanta. That one was interesting. So Dortmund, first leg 2-0, right? This next one, it was just back and forth and back and forth. It got to a point where Atalanta thought they had it in the bag. Dortmund puts another one past them, so now they're tied again on aggregate. And at literally the last minute of the game, there's a turnover of the ball from Dortmund. A cross, Atalanta put it in. And I don't know if you saw this.
I missed this game.
So this one's a debate. The center back over at Dortmund, the ball was kind of behind him, and he kind of just kicked his leg backwards to try and get a foot on it and clear it. And it was about mid torso level high, the ball. And the Atalanta forward put his head down to hit it. And the guy just kicked his forehead, blood gushing out everywhere. Originally, the ref didn't call it as a foul, didn't call it as anything but a corner. And then he saw the blood gushing out, went to VAR, and turns out being a penalty. The guy got a second yellow, red card for Dortmund. Last kick of the game, Atalanta score a penalty, and they go through knocking out Dortmund. Now this one, I have no horse in the race. I could care less if it's Dortmund or Atalanta going through. It's a good thing an Italian team went through, so good job.
Yeah, thank you. Someone did it.
But it is sad to see that Dortmund they have just been poor, particularly in Europe for a while now.
It's been like the past 2 or 3 years where they've gone ahead in the away leg. They put in 2 or 3 past somebody, and it's like, all right, Dortmund's for sure going to go through, and then they just throw it all the way in the return leg. Dortmund, I think, is a very, I guess, club values wise, very similar to Liverpool. Of course, Jurgen came from there, so I like Dortmund. If I had to have a German club, I would probably say I like Dortmund, but they should have lost this. They should have never lost this side. Atalanta. Again, so happy a Serie A side went through. Atalanta just had no business beating Dortmund. They should not have beaten Dortmund. And they threw it away. Good for Atalanta. I'm happy for them, but Dortmund's going to start losing their better players. Slaughterbeck wants out, man. He's looking for a way out. And then you just have Gissiare, who's pretty solid. He's solid, but he's not getting service. Brandt was supposed to be, on par with Wirtz and Musiala. No.
Who told you that?
Bro, when he was coming through in the youth ranks?
I never thought that.
He was supposed to be good, man.
He was good, but I never thought he was going to be as good as what Wirtz
he keeps getting hurt, and he doesn't have that stuff, man. He just doesn't have it.
He hasn't even hit the ceiling of Marco Reus.
Oh, come on now. Yeah, come on.
And that's another one that was serially injured.
Respect Marco Reus.
No,
at least they have Job, though, right? At least Job made the super smart move to stay out of his brother's shadow and went to Borussia Dortmund. That was really cool. It was cool for him.
Now let's move on to this next fixture, Joey. Juve versus Galatasaray. Also a red. Dude, there's 3 red cards today alone in the Champions League matches. But aggregate, Galatasaray goes on 7-5. Another Italian team knocked out. I don't want to say
so close.
I don't want to say Juve were favorites because Galatasaray is pretty good, and it seems like every year people underestimate them and they do knock out somebody big. With that being said, feel like they should have still won. Like they should not be losing this. But
it's the old lady, man. You can't be doing this.
She's getting real old.
Well, she keeps getting fined, dude. She keeps committing crimes. She almost has like Sundance. She has like Alzheimer's or something, dude. She keeps forgetting. You've already paid the rest before, guys. You can't keep doing this. You have to stop doing that. And like,
hey, what color is their uniform? It's awfully familiar to the jail cell there, huh?
Yeah. Lock them up. Lock them up, dude.
For a reason.
I mean, this game was great. This was a great game, man. Juve scoring the 3 goals in regular time and trying to go, and they sent it into extra time. I thought, oh my God, they threw away chance after chance in the last 10 minutes, man. They should have won that game in regular time. They should have gone ahead. They just kept throwing it away. Good on them for competing with 10 men for basically the entire game. The boy Weston McKennie scored. So cool that he has to compete for his life every single season to stay at Juve. I don't understand that. McKinney's good. He's not, I don't say world class, but Weston McKennie belongs at say a big club. Is he a regular starter? Say if he went to City, would he be a starter?
Absolutely
No,
not.
I wouldn't say not, but would he be out of place there? I don't think so.
He's at the right club for where Juve's at. Now, if Juve were in their heyday, he would not make this team.
I mean, yeah, he's
But-
going to displace Pirlo. You're totally, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No, but good for Galatasaray.
Yeah, dude, really good for them. It was cool. I like Osimhen. I always enjoy seeing him get his lick back against Italian sides. I
Right?
think it's always very nice to see him say, yep, hey guys, remember all that noise you were saying about me? Here I am again, scoring against you.
He's the pest that won't go away, man. I'm trying to figure out if he's going to still stay there or if he's going to make a move back to a top 5 leagues. I don't know
He's
what's
happy
going on
there.
with him.
He's happy there, man. If you're loved in Turkey, that's unreal kind of support. It's unreal.
Fine. But I do have an issue with you're kind of joining the best team over there and you're just going to beat everybody every year. And you're never, in my eyes, going to reach your full potential or hit the highest glory and win the biggest trophies by staying there. Galatasaray, for as good as they are, I don't see them lifting a Champions League, and definitely not multiple. So great, you can have all the Turkish league trophies in the world, but he wouldn't be out of place at any of the top clubs in Spain or England or Germany, even back in
No.
Italy. Like,
He's good. No, he's a very, very good
Yeah.
9, but he's just happy there, man. There's some guys, like, they don't want to reach their full potential. I think they just want to play football and just enjoy being a professional. You know what I mean? And I can't knock somebody for living like that. Am I happy the way Oscar's career played out? I really loved Oscar. I thought he was going to be a great midfield player, but he ran after money, and I mean, he's given his reasons, so I can't knock him. That's fine. One guy who I will knock is Jan Duran, who's just totally thrown away his super promising career to chase money for no reason. Now he's back. Where is he at? Fenerbahce now?
well, we talked about him before. He's still young. He can still come back, but Yeah. Well,
He's a
if you-
journeyman now, dude. He's already a journeyman. And like,
let me put it this way, though. If your argument is you're just chasing money, why not either go or stay in Saudi? That's where the most money is going to be at, right?
but that's what I don't understand, because he went to Saudi for the money and now he's trying to get out of Saudi. Oh, he's not at Fenerbahce. He's at Zenit.
Russia,
He's in Russia.
Zenit plays pretty well too. You have a few teams in certain leagues that pay really well. You have some Russian ones. China used to, right? Some J League in Japan.
I mean, Osimhen's going to stay. I don't see Osimhen ever leaving. Maybe in 2-3 years, he changes his mind. He says, all right, let me go to Germany or let me go to France. I think his window to maybe go to a Spain or the Premier League, it's come and gone. He's lost some very good years where he can develop to be a world-class kind of 9. And
Was he 26?
Yeah.
27? I mean, I don't know about come and gone. It's come. But if he doesn't move in the next year, I think it might be.
he's
It might be
not
gone.
going to.
There's still a possibility. And the reason I say this is because Gyökeres, I don't want to say flop, but he's not what they thought.
It's okay.
Right?
You can say he flopped.
Liverpool will be fine with who they have. City is going to be fine. It's remained to be seen if they're going to keep Mbeumo up there, if they're going to keep Sesko. But I think he could strengthen United. I think he could strengthen Chelsea. Those are two clubs right there that he can slot right into, if you will. So there's still time. There's still clubs. But you're right. It's definitely the salary. But I'm confused why he wouldn't go to Saudi at that point.
Let's get to the most important game of today, dude. Vinny getting his whole lick back, dude. He said, give me your chain, boy. Give me your chain. That's
Sweet revenge.
I'm not gonna say what country, but isn't it funny how this country seems to have always has issues with its players being racist? I'm not gonna say what country. I'm just making a simple observation. Madrid, whatever. I could care less if they won this tie, but after what happened in the last leg, I was begging for them to beat Benfica, and I'm so glad it's Vinny that got the winner, man. Poetic, so
Yeah.
poetic.
It's like Joy said, guys. Madrid won 2-1 today against Benfica. Puts them 3-1 on aggregate. It's good to see. I was shocked when they lost to them in the first place, so I was happy that it ended this way.
Yeah, it's
Put Jose in his place. Put the whole team. Let them know where they stand. The Kings of Europe.
I don't even want to get into that whole whole thing, dude. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah. It's sad that we're still dealing with that in 2026.
I just can't. I can't wrap my head around it. You have to stoop so low. You can't just say, "Hey, you suck. F you. You're a bitch." You can't just say that simple. You can't just keep it simple. You have to go full like racial. Like, come, what are we
Hey,
talking here, man?
according to him, he didn't say that, and
You're
Vinny
right.
misunderstood him,
First he said brother.
covered his mouth.
First it was, oh, I didn't say anything to him. Oh, actually I call him brother. Actually I call him the F slur. Okay, so you for sure said what everyone said you said then. Cuz you
Yeah.
changed your story twice already, man. You went from I didn't say anything to I said brother to say, well, I call him that. I call him,
There was no reason for Vinny to lie, especially after scoring that. This is before the knockout stage. In the regular Champions League play, this is when this happened.
Yeah.
He had no reason to. He just scored a goal right after the celebration. He just, trips out for no reason. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I mean, the entire Madrid side was there, like supporting him, saying, "No, my Baba said I heard this." He, the way he reacted when Vinny like turned, pointed at him, and ran to the ref is like when you tell a 6-year-old, "No, no, no, just say it, and I won't tell the teacher." And then you go and tell the teacher. He was like,
He got caught.
"No,
Was he claiming defamation?
yes, yes, brother." Everyone believes what they said. And just slapping him with a one-match ban, that's not enough. It's simply not enough. Even if he didn't racially abuse Vinny, he admitted he called him a homophobic slur, which, according to FIFA and UEFA standings, is just as bad. That's 10 matches, dude. You're banned. You're done. He's 18.
Mm.
I want to say this is going to derail his career and, his life is over, but Mason Greenwood still has a job. So he's probably going to find another club that's going to take him.
I don't even think he'll leave Benfica. It'll blow
No.
over, in my
He's
opinion.
not good enough. I mean, I follow, these Instagram accounts, and they kept rating this kid. He's so good. He's the next best midfield attacking player, blah, 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 blah. He's been crap in the Portuguese league. And do you know how bad at football you need to be bad in Portugal? Pretty bad. Pretty gosh darn bad.
For me, you're already guilty when you're approaching another player during their goal celebration and covering your mouth, right? I mean,
Why are you doing that for, man?
that's not. I get it. Like, let's say you and I are on the same team, right? And we're taking a free kick, and I don't want people to read my lips. Hey, Joey, kick it to the upper left, or cross it to this guy, something like that. In that circumstance, I don't think there's a reason
There's
that
no
you
reason.
need to cover your mouth. Talk to PR people. It's going to make you look bad. There's no way you can look good for doing
It's
that.
just making you look more guilty, man. And then to follow up like defamation lawsuit, they're lying about him. He's like, dude,
He's doubling down.
God, man, like you're showing your ass, man. That's like, it's crazy what you're doing here, man. We're in 2026. This just can't be happening anymore. It's football. And if you're going to bring up somebody's skin color, race, nationality, and to just stoop so low, I don't get it, man. I really don't. Maybe I'm a woke American and I don't understand passion and footy. And no, it's just banter. That's not banter, dude. Banter is
it's below
saying
the
you
belt.
suck, like, "Oh, you're crap. You should have stayed at X, Y, and Z club, Plymouth is your level." No, that's banter. Like, Old Trafford is falling down. That's banter.
Why you gotta do Plymouth like that, bro?
Dude, you know why I have to do Plymouth like that. Come on. You know exactly why I have to do.
Millwall.
Well, we're talking about racist clubs. Yeah, Millwall's going to come up,
Yeah.
dude. Millwall's going to get promoted. And
If West Ham stay up, that would be interesting.
that's going to get bloody. For the fans that don't know about Millwall, buckle up, guys. Buckle up. They are the most racist club in England. And that's not even me just making things up. They're proud of that. The fans are very much proud of that.
It's like the Lazio of England.
Well, dude, shouts out Lazio still having Mussolini on the side.
Yeah, well, if Millwall do get promoted, I do want West Ham to stay, just because I want to see.
Please.
I want to see the game. Simply, I just want to see it.
I want to see what their atmosphere is going to be like, because it's not gonna be a prem atmosphere, right? They've been in League One in the Championship forever, so they don't have a sense of decorum, and they're not classy. They're not. Again, they're the most racist club in England. That's a well-known fact. They're proud of that. Rival teams are not going to like going there. I think they're going to easily rattle players. They might get fined into the next universe, but they're going to shock some teams. They're going to really get some surprising results at home. I firmly believe that.
It does look, though, like they'll get promoted as of now, and it does look like West Ham's going to go down. So we're gonna. I don't want to miss that, but
No, I don't.
maybe it's for the best. You never know.
Yeah, I didn't even want to entertain what went on last week. But again, I'm glad Vinny got his leg back.
Yeah.
That had to happen. Shut up, Mourinho. I don't care if Sibo's the best player in Benfica history. That's like saying, "Oh, I have a black friend. I can't be racist. I know a black guy. I work with him, John." It's like, okay,
I get defending your player, but not in something like this. You just say,
no,
you
you
know what,
can't.
take the neutral stance. Just
I
say,
have
if
to see
I
what he
don't
said. I
know,
don't know what he said.
I don't know. Yeah, I wasn't there. I don't know what he said. I don't know him to be that way, but I can't confirm or deny. Keep it neutral. Get out of it. Again, classic Jose, putting himself right in the heat of it, causing headlines. He talks so much smack after they beat Madrid, so I am happy that they are not only beaten but knocked out, because they barely squeaked by in that last spot
Oh yeah,
when they took out Marseille's spot for this. So good for them.
yeah, dude. Well, I mean, 100%. You get what you get. You got exactly what you deserve, Benfica, and I hope you are happy with it.
Now, last question before we wrap up here. It's way too early prediction, but out of the teams that you saw play today, do you have any favorites, so to speak?
To win it all?
Yeah, to win the Champions League. I know, obviously, this is just the playoff group. There's still another section of like Liverpool and Barca and all them that obviously are already in the next round. But out of these teams, who do you think can actually really push for the Champions League title?
Before the game last week, I thought Atletico Madrid was probably going to surprise people. I like Atleti. Their football is sometimes really tough to watch. I'm a big fan of Griezmann.
Sometimes.
I'm a big fan of Griezmann. I love Antonio Griezmann. They have Johnny Codorso, so it's hard to not support an American in any kind of side that he constantly starts. Giving up 3 goals to Club Brugge, no, you can't do that. So I don't want to say Atleti. And Bodo would be cool, but realistically, how can they really keep this up? They're not playing. Their league is done, so maybe they can. All they have to do is just get ready for basically a month until they play their next opponent, and they can just study their opponent for however long and figure it out. So maybe Bodo makes a deep run. You just can't count out Madrid. You really can't. They have the talent. They have the superstars. Anything is really possible with them. They're not a very good Madrid side at all, and not by any means. This is probably one of the worst Madrid sides I've seen in my lifetime. But
Gotta push you for
you can't count them out.
gotta
You just
push
can't.
you. Who are you picking? Maybe not even to win the whole thing, but who's going to make the deepest run out of all the teams here? Assuming they all have the same favorable draw. Or
I want Bodo. I really want Bodo. I mean,
yeah, but
again,
who do you think's going to make the furthest? Now, who do you want? Bodo would be a great story.
let me say what I want. I think it's going to be Madrid, dude. Madrid's probably going to make the deepest run. It's logic.
A la Madrid. Come on, don't Madrid. You love Madrid. You secretly love him. You're just hurt. You're just hurt because of Trent, bro.
I'm hurt because of Trent and because of Paris 2022, but and Sergio Ramos breaking Mo Salah's shoulder. But
Who got hurt? Karius was
got hurt. He got
back in the
hurt, or
day,
was he assaulted? Let's be real here.
Well, I'm sure it hurt.
It's hard not to like Madrid. I love Liverpool. If I was playing footy and had a contract to go to, Madrid or Liverpool, I would pick Liverpool. That's just me being biased. I love it. But that's me just being a fan though and having bias. But if I'm a serious footballer, the end all be all location is Madrid. I don't care where you're from, who you support. If you're playing footy and Madrid comes calling, you have to be a different kind of gravy to hang that up. You really have to be, because if they want you, they're going to get you. That's just how it always goes down, man. They have the money. Who doesn't want to wear the white jersey? Who doesn't?
Well, with that being said, remind yourself of that every time you get heated about Trent going there. Forgive the guy.
No, dude. No. You don't get to say, I'm the Scouser. I'm just a local lad living the dream. My dream is to captain Liverpool one day and lead us to the Premier League and Champions League. And they'd be like, oh, I'm going to run my contract down and say it and peace out.
He won you guys Champions League. He wasn't
won
captain,
the Champions
but
League, or was it Divock and Mo?
he was part of the team. He's a big part of you guys winning Prems and becoming the Liverpool you are today. You got to give him credit. Hey, and maybe he'll come back and captain Liverpool when he's done at Madrid.
No, he's never coming back to Liverpool, dude. He's never coming back to Merseyside, bro.
Never say never, bro.
His own brother's not welcome there, dude.
Never say never.
He's never coming back to Liverpool. It's like with the Michael Owen thing, dude. It's the same situation. Oh my God, if Owen didn't go to United.
That can't be the same.
Easy.
He went to United, bro.
I know, I'm saying if Owen didn't go to United, he'd get so much more love than what he gets right now. It's compared to this whole situation. Think Liverpool fans, and if you're a Liverpool fan, let me know if I'm off base here. They have Owen above Trent right now. I certainly have Owen above Trent in my hierarchy of snakes. I mean, McManaman, Owen, Trent.
McManaman. What?
Yes.
What?
Steve McManaman? Yes.
Over Owen? I'm
saying
shocked.
who I like, who is more acceptable. McManaman, Owen,
I thought you meant who's
Trent.
the biggest snake.
Biggest snake? It's Trent. It's Trent up here.
Trent.
We have Trent all the way up here.
Well,
And then you have Michael Owen. And then you have Steve McManaman just all the way down there.
I don't know if I could. Owen went to United, bro. That's a hard. I mean,
I know.
And he didn't even go to United straight after. He went to Madrid first. So
believe me, you don't know how much it sucks to say it, but he is our last Ballon d'Or winner, so we have to claim him for somehow.
All right, let me ask you this: would you rather take Trent back or Trent go to United?
Oh, did you hear that? My God. Oh.
Stumped him. You know you would take him back in a heartbeat.
Over Bradley or Frimpong? No, I want a serious defender on playing the right side. You've been watching Trent defend, right? We've all seen the same
I've
clip.
never seen
I don't
Trent
have to defend him anymore. He's crap at defending. He's crap at defending. I don't have to defend him anymore. He's crap. No, I'd rather have Trent come back than go to United, because then he's back in the Premier League, and then his passing's too unreal, man. He's a great passer with the ball.
You heard it here, folks. Joey wants Trent back at Liverpool.
That's like picking between Saddam Hussein or like Muammar Gaddafi, bro.
Oh, man. I thought you were going to go with Infantino and Sepp Blatter on that one.
Oh, hold on. Before we go, dude, we need to talk about this. Guadalajara, the World Cup in Mexico. You know, the president said that they have guarantees they're still going to have games there. Are you sure about that?
As it stands right now, there's no feasible way that they can do it safely.
No way.
However, with that being said, we're still a couple months away. So can it be
resolved next month?
Yeah, but the qualifiers can be played elsewhere. When the actual tournament starts, then you have to have it figured out by then. And I don't think there's any damage to the stadium from what I've heard, but if there ends up being, then now what? I think there's time. I think it'll be fixed, or it'll be moved to different stadiums or different parts of Mexico. Or, I mean, I guess there is a chance that they'll take it out altogether. But
I mean, it's just...
yeah, it's crazy stuff happening down there right now.
It's not a very safe spot to be going into right now. Maybe that's not like a PC thing to say, but if I see a bombed out bus, I don't particularly want to go play football there, nor do I want to go see a game of football there.
Yeah, for those people that don't know what's going on, I don't know where you guys are listening from. Craziness, chaos right now is an understatement happening.
That is an understatement for sure.
So the word is that the Mexican government and even the U.S. government teamed up to take out one of the cartel heads. So, long story short, cut the head off the snake. Everybody's squirming, going crazy. There's rumors of whether or not he's actually dead or not. But regardless, it is causing chaos. They're starting to infiltrate and just putting stuff on social media that they're going to basically wipe out anybody that they see. So they're advising citizens and regular people to stay in their homes because they warned you. If they see you out, they're going for you. So there's just bombs and fires. I have friends in Mexico. Luckily, they're safe, but it's sad. Sad what's happening.
Yeah, man.
In the world right now.
It really sucks to see that. That's just the whole, like, not the whole country, but just that state is just on fire, man. It's in turmoil, and it's a beautiful place, great culture and everything. For a while, I kept seeing rumors that Germany was going to boycott the World Cup because of us. FIFA was starting to have internal discussions about potentially taking away World Cup games from the United States because of everything we have going on in our own country. Look at it like this. Say just doesn't want half of the countries that are in the World Cup to come see the World Cup. Mexico is, I don't want to say on the brink of civil war, but it's like cannibalizing itself. Canada just sucks at hot sports in general. North America is just not in a good place to be hosting the World Cup.
But we could just move it all to Canada. Call it a day.
No.
Hey, it would be safer.
It would be a lot.
That's for sure.
That's for sure. Yeah, that's for sure. But then do we want the Canadians to have anything good? Do we?
I like Canadians. I want to go. They don't like us. Fair enough. All right, guys, that's all we have time for today. We will see you in the next episode of Tiki Talka. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and we'd love to see what you guys have to say. We'll see you in the next one.
Laters.